Are you a K-pop fan? Do you collect K-pop albums as a silly little hobby? What if I told you that buying physical copies of K-pop albums from your favorite group is actually a good thing? And you should keep buying more. If you need an excuse to keep buying K-pop albums, this video is for you. In a digital world where we have access to all of our favorite music on the internet, buying CDs these days seems so worthless. So why do K-pop fans seem to buy more physical albums than most people do? This is what physical albums usually look like, right? However, this is what K-pop albums look like. As you can see, these albums look like books, and that's because they have photo books inside the albums for fans to look at and enjoy. Not only that, but a lot of K-pop albums also come with a lot of goodies like photo cards and postcards and other things. Like how this ENHYPEN album comes with an orange scented card. Every time I open this album, I just get a nice orange whiff coming out of it, and it's really nice. This Kickflip album comes with a bandana, plus it also comes in this really neat pouch. Plus, LE SSERAFIM's new Hot album actually comes with a drink coaster that reveals a picture when you put a hot drink on it. I have a friend who I successfully converted to K-pop. Before I got them into K-pop, I told my friend that I collect K-pop albums, but I don't have a CD player. And they thought it was a little weird because it's like, why would you collect albums if you don't have a CD player? But then once I brought my friend over and showed them my collection and all the cool things that you get with K-pop albums, then my friend understood. K-pop albums are fun to collect. I love putting my photo cards into little sleeves and then putting them in my little binder. I also love putting the stickers that come with my K-pop albums onto my record player and decorating it all cute. But collecting K-pop albums is a lot more than the photo cards and stickers and postcards and all the other little goodies inside. When you collect K-pop albums, you are actually preserving art and history. When you buy a K-pop album, you might overlook the CD that's in the album, especially if you don't own a CD player or anything that plays CDs, which if you have a gaming console, then like you can play your CDs on there. But if not, then yeah, I don't know. But you might overlook the CD when you buy a K-pop album. But the CD is actually the most important part of the album. When you buy a K-pop album, you will forever own a physical copy of those songs that are on that CD. When we rely on digital services for everything, we're risking a lot. Anything can be pulled off the internet at any moment in time, and K-pop is no exception. In fact, when Spotify was first released in Korea back in 2021 or 2, I don't remember which one, Spotify and Kakao Entertainment had this huge licensing disagreement because Spotify was direct competition for the Korean music streaming app Melon. So Kakao Entertainment, who owned the licensing for a lot of K-pop songs, for a while they didn't allow Spotify to have those K-pop songs on their platform at all for anyone in the world who uses Spotify. But once Spotify and Kakao Entertainment finally came to an agreement, we finally got those songs back. But, anything like that could happen again, but maybe it just ends up that we don't ever get those songs back, ever. We got lucky that Spotify and Kakao Entertainment finally came to an agreement, and Spotify users around the world finally got to listen to all of their favorite K-pop songs again. Also, if you are an older K-pop fan like me, you might remember back in 2016 when YouTube Red was first introduced. And for a while, there were a lot of K-pop music videos that were blocked because, I don't know, I guess maybe they were still trying to figure some things out. But for a while, I had to use a sketchy free VPN on my phone just to watch Infinite's music videos. Also, if you're an older K-pop fan like me, probably remember that JYP artists weren't on Spotify. If you wanted to listen to like GOT7 or Day6 or Twice on Spotify for the longest time, you just had to hope that some third party was going to illegally upload those songs onto Spotify. So yeah, streaming is not 100% reliable. Buying a physical K-pop album, however, is great because once you buy it, it is yours to keep forever. No one can take those songs away from you unless, like, for whatever reason, your government becomes authoritarian and they take away your K-pop albums. So let's hope that doesn't happen to anybody. But if your favorite K-pop group's discography gets wiped off the internet for whatever reason, you will always own their discography. You'll always be able to listen to their music, even if it's gone from the internet, because you will have physical copies of those songs. There are some K-pop albums that I genuinely bought just for the songs on them, even if I'm not super into the group. One album that I'll give an example of is Artemis's Divine All Love and Live album. I saw this at Barnes & Noble and I bought it immediately. I don't know the names of all the girls in Artemis. I listened to Luna when they, were still together, but I didn't learn all of the girls' names. I never got super into them. I was just more of a casual listener. And then when Artemis debuted, I listened to Odd Eye Circle, which I really enjoyed, and then they came out with this album, and I heard it, and I'm just like, this is one of the greatest K-pop albums of all time. So when I saw this at Barnes & Noble, I immediately snatched it up because I was like, nuh-uh, if somehow these songs get wiped off the internet forever, I want to still be able to listen to this album. So I bought it immediately as soon as I saw it. Like I said, I'm not even super into this group, but I snatched this album so fast. Plus, honestly, listening to CDs is pretty fun. I was listening to my CD of ENHYPEN's Orange Blood album lately. I was listening to it on the PS3. And I don't have a CD player, so I was using the PS3 as a CD player. But yeah, I was listening to it on the PS3, and I don't know, it was just really nice. I just put the CD in. I'm like, I feel like I just put the CD in, man, and I just soaked it all in. I'm talking about some newfangled technology or whatever, but no, obviously CDs have been around for decades, and I grew up listening to CDs. I even had cassette tapes when I was a little kid. I had VeggieTale cassette tapes as a child, and I would listen to them on my Hello Kitty CD/cassette player/radio that I had. I miss that Hello Kitty radio, but it broke. But we won't get into the story on how it broke today. But listening to each individual song on a playlist is fun, listening to playlists are fun, but just listening to an album the whole way through, even the intros and outros where they're just yapping, about the meaning of life or whatever. Obviously, if that comes on in a playlist on Spotify, I usually skip them because I'm I just want to listen to music. I don't really want to listen to you yap right now. But when you listen to a full album, the yapping in the intros and outros, it just brings the whole thing together, And obviously you can listen to albums on streaming, of course, I do that all the time. But it's just a lot of fun with a CD because I put the CD in and then I will flip through the photo book while I'm listening to the CD, and it's just, I don't know, it's just really nice. I think it's just really chill. I don't know how else to describe it. I think it's just nostalgic for me because, like I said, I grew up with CDs, so yeah, it's just fun for me. It's really relaxing for me, and I'm probably gonna listen to more CDs tonight, so yeah. I've even started buying records. A lot of K-pop groups have been releasing their albums on vinyl lately, and I love it. I have quite a few myself. Anytime I listen to a record, I put it on the record player and I will literally just sit there and watch it spin while listening to it the whole time. Like, usually people put on music and then they'll like go do a task. No, I will just sit there and just watch it spin. Like, to me, that's entertaining, especially if the record has a neat design on it or whatever. I want to buy more records, but honestly, they're just so expensive. Like, especially BTS's records. I go to Barnes & Noble and their records are like $50. But then I'll look at ATEEZ's records and they're only like $35. So I don't know if BTS uses like a higher quality vinyl. I don't know. But yeah, if I have the money, then I'll buy it. But I usually don't have the money to splurge $50 on one album. Not in this economy. When buying physical albums, just remember to try not to go overboard. The K-pop industry thrives on overconsumption. Because, they're always releasing multiple versions of one album. I remember, like, it used to be maybe like 2 different versions, then it was like 4 different versions, and now it's like 3 to 4 different versions, or maybe it's 2 different versions of like the whole group. And then now you can buy one for each individual member too. So then it's like 12 copies of the album available for you to collect, which, if there's like one K-pop group that, you want to collect all of those albums for, because it's just a passion, like you love that group, you're just like, yes, I just want to collect all these albums, then you go for it. But other than that, like, don't overwhelm yourself with all of the copies and stuff. Like, just buy whichever one resonates with you. Like, I have this album. It's LE SSERAFIM's Easy album, their 3rd mini album. And I bought the Balmy Flex version because, genuinely, it's because I liked the photos in this album the best. Like, they released like 4 different versions, I think, of this album. And I was like, ain't no way I'm going to be buying all 4 versions. So I literally just picked the version with the photos that I thought were the best. So yeah, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I've never bought multiple versions of an album before. What do I look like? Like, I have multiple versions of like multiple different albums on my shelf. I can see them right now. Like I have both versions of TXT's The Dream Chapter Eternity album. I mean, look how cute they are, the little locks. I love them. And like, yeah. I have multiple versions of other albums. I'm just not going to go through them all right now, but yeah, just take my word for it. But just try not to go overboard. You don't need to overspend. Just think a little bit more before you buy an album, especially if it's not a group that you're like a huge fan of. Like, if it's your ultimate favorite group, obviously, like, you're probably going to buy that album. No questions asked. But other than that, just maybe ask, like, should I buy this right now? Do I have the money? Do I have the space? I don't really have the space anymore. Like, the whole bottom shelf of my album collection right now is a mess. Because now I just have albums stacked on top of each other, okay? I don't have any more room. I shouldn't buy any more albums, but I'm probably going to anyways. But still... I know, I'm literally telling y'all not to buy albums if you don't have the space, and then I'm out here admitting that even though I don't really have the space, I'm still going to be buying more albums. I'm a hypocrite, I know. I know whenever, like, Western artists, like, lately, like, some Western artists have been trying to release multiple versions of their albums too, and they just get a lot of backlash from their fans. It's just really funny to me, like, Western music fans would not last a day in K-pop, alright? Like, we have been doing this since 2008. Actually, I don't know when this whole trend started, but we've been doing this for a while now. We've just gotten used to it. We've realized it's never going to end, and it keeps getting worse. So yeah, Western music fans, like, y'all wouldn't last in the K-pop fandom. Also, if you're... I don't know if this is legal, but if your favorite K-pop groups have, like, pre-debut songs or whatever, like any obscure songs or covers or whatever that aren't available like physically, or maybe they're not even available on Spotify. Maybe you can only listen to them on like YouTube or SoundCloud or something. Burn that stuff on a CD, girl. Burn it on a CD, okay? I think it's illegal to do that as long as you aren't selling it. Don't sell it. That's illegal. But if you download it, you burn it on a CD, and you keep it for yourself, then go ahead and do that, okay? Because I think those things have an even higher risk of becoming lost media. So if you can save those songs, those covers, whatever, then you'll really be doing us all a favor, because then they won't become lost media. There is a Chinese singer that I really like. His name is Lil Ghost. And I really, really love his album Deadline. It was released in 2022, I believe. And it's a nice like pop punk kind of album. If you like pop punk, you would like this album, okay? So go give it a listen. I'm not gonna gatekeep Lil Ghost from y'all, even though I kind of want to, but I won't. But one time I was like, you know what? I really want to buy this album. Like, I'm gonna see if I can buy like a physical copy if he released it physically, and he didn't. There are no physical copies of this album available. At least, like, not online for, like, those of us who don't live in China to be able to buy. I don't know if maybe he ever did release it physically in China. I have no idea. But I know I cannot buy a physical copy of this album. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I will buy the album to download, because I think you can do that through Amazon Music. So I will buy the album, which is legal. I'm keeping it legal by buying the album and then burning the songs onto a CD and then keeping it for myself, because honestly, with the relations between US and China right now, who knows if I will be able to always access this album or any of his songs on Spotify like I have been. You know, like I should probably get on that ASAP. At least like download the songs onto my computer, which I think the album on Amazon Music is like $17. So yeah, at least I'm purchasing his album and I'm helping to support him. And then I will burn it onto a blank disc for myself, okay? I know what I'm gonna be for Halloween. So in conclusion, keep buying those K-pop albums, because one day your favorite songs might be gone, okay? You just never know, especially with like greedy corporate billionaires and stuff, you know, like if Spotify decides to, you know, I don't like if another licensing argument happens again and they take K-pop songs off of Spotify again, you can at least be prepared, because you'll have a physical copy of all those songs and you can just be like, you know what, it doesn't matter if my favorite songs get taken off of Spotify or Apple Music or Amazon Music or whatever, because you know what, I got it on a CD. And then you can go online, you can buy a Walkman, you can buy a brand new one. Well, I guess they're not Walkmans anymore, but like portable CD players, you can buy a brand new one or you can buy a used one. Which used, like, Walkmans, like, at the actual Walkman brand, they're expensive used, but they're even more expensive if you buy them brand new in the packaging. Because I've looked into this. But buy a portable CD player, hook your headphones on there, and you're good to go. You don't need Spotify, you don't need Apple Music, because you have a portable CD player and you have your entire K-pop collection to get you through the apocalypse. Mic drop. Except I'm not going to drop this because it's a light stick and these aren't cheap. Keep buying K-pop albums. In fact, you know what? If you are watching this, go buy a K-pop album right now. Go to your K-pop store. Go to Target. Go to Barnes & Noble. Go online. Like, go buy one right now. If you are watching this video, this is your sign that you need a new K-pop album. So go and buy it right now. Only if you have the money. I don't want you to get yourself into financial trouble. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to do a little outfit of the day. So I like to wear a lot of Decora. If you don't know what Decora is, it's a Japanese fashion style. It's very colorful, very maximalist. These are my hair clips that I have. I have this bow. I bought a set of bows from Walmart like last year or earlier this year. So I wore this one. I got this hair clip in Japan at the Sanrio store in Harajuku. Got this at Miniso, this at Miniso, this at Hot Topic. Miniso. A friend gave this to me, but I'm pretty sure she got it at Miniso, Hot Topic. These arm warmers are from ACDC Rag, their Care Bears collection. This is a skirt belt from 6% Doki Doki. This necklace is also from 6% Doki Doki. I got a couple of hair clips on here, also from Hot Topic. I got this necklace at Dollar General, these little Peeps necklaces. This Hello Kitty necklace at Hot Topic. This shirt I got many years ago at Sam's Club from when I used to work there. So, yeah, I've had it for a long time. And, I'm trying to show y'all. Oh, and this I got in Japan as well at Sanrio Pure Land. I got to decorate this little keychain. And I got this belt at Hot Topic. This was given to me by a friend along with this this little cake, little strawberry shortcake. This keychain I got at Miniso. And then this skirt, this tutu skirt is from a brand called My Violet. So yeah, and this is a Girls' Generation light stick. So yeah, that was my outfit of the day. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Only if you liked it though. If you hated this video, then just go away. Just go away. We don't need that negativity here. This is all about positivity, okay? And goodbye.